Member's time has expired, and I call the honourable member for Wannon.
Thanks, Mr Deputy Speaker. And I must say the way the member for Hunter led with his chin with this MPI reminded me of the C.S. Lewis quote. Answers to leading questions under torture naturally tell us nothing about the beliefs of the accused, but they are good evidence for the beliefs of the accusers. And what we are seeing here is real evidence of this, because members may have missed the Guardian article which appeared recently, and it was titled "Labor Plans Country Caucus to Tap Regional Voters Alienated by Budget." Federal move would ensure rural impact of every major policy is taken into account, believes the member for Hunter, Joel Fitzgibbon. And it goes on. Federal Labor is preparing to establish a country caucus that would meet separately before the main caucus and could use its numbers to ensure policy takes regional and rural Australia into account. Well, given the member for Perth followed the member for Hunter in this debate, I was wondering what room would this caucus occur in? And it reminded me, well, a phone booth was one of the things I thought of, but there's also, I don't know whether new members are aware, there's these rooms where if you're feeling ill you can go in this place, and they've got a bed where you can lie down. And I thought maybe this is the member for Hunter's way when he needs a little snooze after a late night. He can go into one of those rooms and lie down and have his Labor regional and rural caucus meet. It goes on, though, this article, because it gives some hope to the member for Hunter. Give some hope for the member for Hunter. And wait for this. On Tuesday night, the New South Wales Right faction endorsed the New South Wales farmer, firefighter and leading rural advocate Vivian Thompson in Labor's number 3 winnable spot in the Senate ticket for the next federal election. So if the member for Hunter can hold on to his seat in the redistribution, all is not lost. All is not lost. He may have another person to join his caucus. So I was thrilled for the member for Hunter when I read that. It goes on. Her endorsement, led by the New South Wales General Secretary Jamie Clements, was seen as part of the move to diversify Labor's appeal in rural Australia. So by bringing another member into this place from rural Australia, they're going to diversify Labor's appeal. I can follow that. Joel Fitzgibbon, as agriculture spokesman and member for the regional seat of Hunter, is the architect of the country caucus idea, and I think hence why we've got this MPI here today. He said, while the rural group was, I quote, a work in progress, he hoped it would eventually review the regional impact of every major piece of Labor policy and generate ideas to benefit the bush. He went on to say, we are currently looking at ways we might engage on rural and regional Australia more formally and better as a caucus. And I wish him all the very best in that job, because one person doing that for the whole of Australia is going to be an enormous task. He goes on, we hope to get country members, so himself and I think this newly appointed or pre-selected member of the Senate in New South Wales that they hope to get elected. We hope to get country members and like minds together to become a clearinghouse for policy, generate ideas and, when necessary, using our collective weight to ensure policy takes into account regional and rural Australia. What collective weight you're going to throw behind this member for Hunter? Fitzgibbon has just completed a drought tour, and in an unusual move for Labor, he ran a matter of public importance on the effect of the budget on rural and regional Australia. So what we have seen here is the second unusual move by Labor with an MPI on regional and rural Australia. What an absolute joke. You all should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. You are starting in the year 2014 a regional and rural caucus, and you are in here telling us who should stand up for regional and rural Australia. This is a shocker.